In today's video, I will show you all how to get over $1 million on every single lockdown run you do relatively easily. The clips that are going in this video are my very first and second attempts trying to do this, and I hit 1.2 million on my first and 1.6 million on my second back to back, so it's very possible. One thing I do want to mention is that for both runs, I did have some good RNG with lockup spawning close, and also another racer losing a bit of their money due to getting wrecked nearby. However, even if you deduct the funds collected from those single instances, I still would have extracted with over $1 million. These runs were done in a completely public lobby with crossplay on, and my crew was set on private. Also, this was done without any glitches or cheats. I am on PS5. In both runs in this video, the money spawns were pretty bad, and I also had other players either take money from my routes, I crashed a bunch and slowed down, or wasn't too sure where money would spawn next. But even with all of these things, I was still able to complete the objective. So with this guide, you guys could be raking in close to 2 million every single run, since you have more insight than I had going in. With each tip I give you, remember to pay attention to the route I use and how I continue to circle the same two areas. If one spot is not spawning money, go to the next and collect from there. By the time you are done with the first spot, the second spot will most likely have money again, and you repeat this process over and over. Even with all these tips, it is truly about establishing a set pattern and then making sure you are spending the full 30 minutes wisely. A disclaimer, you will 100% be staying until the last truck, so if you want to escape with your millions, you need to make sure you are prepared to fight for the last extraction truck. In my first run, I got really lucky and everyone had left by the time the last truck spawned in. But in my second run, I had to fight off 3 other people while being on a bike. But that's it for the intro. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to go ahead and drop a like and subscribe, and let's get into it. This first clip you're going to see is the route I use in every single lockdown session to make the most cash quickly. It is random what zones will start with the lockdown area first, but I've had some pretty good luck with the one I am showing you. In an ideal situation, you will spawn close to this area with the lockdown zone either spreading to it quickly or already there, and that will boost the money gained by about 50%. This footage was taken in regular multiplayer so that you guys can see the path clearly with natural lighting and without cops and other players. But the places I stop and slow down at are where the big money spawns will be. In each major hub, there will be around 3 to 4 money drops each, with around $5,000 upwards to $15,000 each. There is also a chance boxes with $30,000 can drop on the route as well, so look out for any boxes that don't appear to be spawning on the regular paths. As said in the intro, there are 2 areas I circle and farm cash in, and the bridge in the middle leads me between the 2. It does not matter if the bridge is up or down, it will lead you to both areas regardless. Besides the 2 areas with money, there will also be money that spawns near the bridge. I went out of my way to collect these, but I do not believe they are actually necessary to make it to $1 million due to the fact they are so far and few in between and deviate off the set path. A good metric to go by is to have at least $400,000 by the 15-minute mark. For my bike only run, I had around $387,000, and for my Regera first run, I had $360,000. Obviously, by the time you get to around 2 minutes left, you want to be at least $900,000 or past $1 million. I do not know if it's possible to get $1 million with only a car, but I would think it probably is. I would encourage someone to try it out. But what I do know is that you do not need to start with a bike to reach the goal. In my first clip, I start off in a drift Regera, which was a very bad decision, but I still got it done. Tip 1 is to do this solo. It gives you the best opportunity to get as much money as possible without getting boxes stolen from you either by other players or by your own teammates, whether you know them or not. As many of you guys know, randoms cannot be trusted, and this also keeps you from getting knocked out by them and your money getting stolen by them. The biggest thing is you do not want your spawn routes to get interrupted due to other players because it throws off the spawns for the money. Tip 2 is do not bother with races or any other map activities unless they are directly in the path you take to get more money or when you head to a new area. For example, there is a speed trap on one of the highways on the path I take to get to my farm zone. That is fine to go through that and get some extra rap and cash. However, things like hot laps and drift zones will only slow you down and are not worth it in my opinion. I tried to test them out, but they are better off for farming rap score than for actual money, especially since you no longer get money after beating them the first time. Tip 3 is to stay away from all the undersides of all the paths. This means the bottom layer of any road that has another road on the top of it. I say this because money does not ever spawn down there, only near the entrance of the structures or the exits. There will be money icons in certain parts of the map that may look like they are located in the underpass. They are not. You'll be wasting a lot of time trying to leave where you are after getting there and trying to find money that doesn't spawn there to begin with. Tip 4 is pretty obvious, but the city is your friend and has the most amount of money drops in close proximity to each other. Sometimes these drops will even spawn right back after you collect them, making me believe they are on a set timer of when to respawn, but I will have to test that theory, so I cannot confirm that. You have many avenues to choose from when going into the city for money, and there are plenty of gas stations to keep your health up when the lockdown zone comes if you are not on a bike. Tip 5 is to use the lockdown zone to your advantage. When in the lockdown zone, it is a heavily risk versus reward type of area, meaning the money is tripled but there is a lot of danger. If you are on the bike, this means nothing to you. If a lockdown zone is close to you where you don't really have to go out of your way to get there, I would recommend farming money in that zone for as long as you can before eventually getting to your normal route. Using the lockdown zone to your advantage definitely helps in all of your runs. And when I use the lockdown zone, it definitely helped me in all of my runs. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, those are the top 5 tips that I can give you all without dragging anything out. These tips are what I keep in mind when going for the $1 million challenge, and as you can see, I achieved it without much difficulty. If you enjoyed, make sure to go ahead and drop a like and subscribe, and if you have any other tips to share with others, leave it down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video.
Suspect last seen entering University Central.
Chopper on the scene, control. I lost the damn target again from up here.
Roadblock up ahead should stop this perp. All units, we have a visual on the perp entering Cyril Heights.
Traffic dispatch.
Path is clear. Ticket out of here is ready to go. Get moving.
Come on, stay on this pump.
Spike strip up ahead should take this perp out.
Chopper on the scene, control.
Okay, Sugar Plum. I see you. I see you.
We need to refuel up here. Dropping out.
Let's find this punk. Found him! Let's end it!
Air support on the scene.
This is getting interesting. This driver's gonna
your chance, sweetheart. Get out while you can. Okay, Sugar Plum.